Welcome back, everyone. Today I plan to do the witch hut, as y'all know I forgot about, amongst other things, right? I do want to probably build something around the villager farm, or at least get more villagers. Oh, that ugly thing right there. Yeah, you see that? You see that? I want to get rid of that. That's currently an elevator for zombies. I don't use the zombie spawner anymore. There's no reason for me to have that. So I want to tear that bitch down. I want to tear it down for real. And then we'll probably have to build a tree right over here or something. I want to make this area look nice. These little rocks that are over here. I don't know, maybe I'll keep the rocks. I do also need to fill in that. I don't know. I think Tyler did that. I don't even know about that. But I'm gonna fill in that with something. So I got some building plans. Tyler and I also really want to find the sulfur caves because we want a sulfur cube. Duh. And we also want some of that that stuff that makes the bubbles, the geysers, so that I can provide more details on waterfalls. But first, let me go ahead and get a couple shulker boxes and show you all the palette for the witch hut. I do need to come up with a palette for the witch hut. Right, I have my palette. So for the witch hut, I'm gonna go with this little gradient of red. So most of the hut will initially be built out of either this one or this one. And then for shadows, I'll use some netherrack. For highlights, I'll use these. It'll end up being more of these and shadows than of this, but generally your mind will see the build as these two colors, but with shadows and highlights. And then for the roof, I wanted, and for the build in general, I do actually want to do some weird stuff. And I'm going to put a tree kind of up here, kind of like a big tree right here. And then the witch hut will be somewhere right over there. And I'm gonna simulate crazy shadows from the tree blocking the sun on the witch hut. I'm gonna make it look like there's a crazy overhanging shadow, and it'll make it look spooky and dark and evil. And I'm gonna build most of the roof out of spruce, and then sort of merge that into into literally black stone. I might switch out the black stone for actually like netherrack bricks. Tyler had walked in and I forgot what I was saying. Essentially, I was just gonna explain that I was gonna go from really dark red to quite literally black to simulate shadows. So that's what the Blackstone talk was all about, and you'll see, you'll see. I pinky promise that you'll see. I finished the exterior of the witch hut, or at least as much as I've gotten done in like 30 minutes. So let me explain it to you. Um, it does literally look like a rock with a hat, and that is the point. That is fully the point. Um, it looked a little chody. It looked a little, a little phallic for a while. If I show you from the bedroom, you'll get a better idea of what I mean with the shadows. But first, I'm going to show you a little bit up close. I'm going to show you a little bit up close because it's really simple. It's really not hard to replicate this kind of strategy or this technique. So I'm going to show you real quick. Up close, I haven't actually put down a door. I haven't decided what I want the door to look like or the walk up to it, but it's just a little guy. It's just a cute little rock, pretty much, with a hat. I made sure to make the hat hanging over as well, just so it kind of looks like the roof was just plopped right on. That's the goal. It's a little derpy, but I love it. Now I'm gonna run over to the house and show you from the bedroom. While I'm walking around, do you see that ugly piece of poop? Yeah, I think I talked about it already. Uh, uh, Originally the lore was that there was some sort of redstone magic type beat going on. I'm tired of. I don't think it's very interesting, and less than it being uninteresting, I think that this is ugly as heck, as all heck. So I'm gonna get rid of it at some point, at some point during this episode. Anyway, but let me go run over to the bedroom. Look, do you see that? Do you see that shadow? Yeah, that's from me. I placed that shadow there. I put that there, and there's gonna be a tree. I put that freaking shadow right there, bro. Isn't that cool? I think it's so cool. Like, I don't know if there's like a way for me to zoom in. Like, yeah, there is actually. There is. There is a way for me to zoom in. Let me craft this. Oh my goodness. Please. Please, I just want. Please. Do I not have any? There has to be, bro. Okay. Okay, okay. Let's go look. Let's go look. See, I did the gradient we talked about, and then I made a gradient with the nether brick into the dark oak into the spruce. Look at that, and then whoop, all it looks like is a freaking shadow. Isn't that so insane? Look how insane that is. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, it's so cute. All right, I am here preparing to go build the tree. Go build the humongous tree that I wanted to put over on the shore. This is so at the moment, this is what I got for the bark. It looks a little strange, but yes, this or sorry, the what do you call it? Just the branches, trunk, the anatomy of the tree will be out of these blocks. I'll probably start out darker and then go up. Well, I'll start out lighter and then go up into these dark blocks. And then this and the fence gates, the dark oak fence and the dark oak fence gates, I will use for branches. I accidentally put away a whole bunch of that. And then, ooh, I do need a whole bunch of dark oak trap doors. And even though you've probably seen this a lot, the dark oak trapdoors or just trapdoors in general, they do work really well for branches. You probably think like when you see it, it's like, oh well, that's just a flat surface. That's a full block. That can't look like a branch. That's not thin like a branch. If I go far away, okay, that's a bad example. You can't really see. If I go over here, oh, it's just a line. It's just a flat line, and it's better than any branch you could get from fences. So yes, this will be a good branch, but mainly for branches that aren't attached to leaves. But first I do have to transform, oh my god, okay, yeah. I do need to transform the stone. Oh god. That's probably gonna take me a while. I do need to transform this area to look more, I guess, organic, because right now it looks really strange and Minecrafty, which isn't always bad. Which isn't always bad. Minecraft terrain is incredible. Look at this, like, but I am gonna make it a little bit more detailed. So I'm gonna go work on that. Isn't this just so cool? Oh my gosh, this is such a good feature that they added. I'm so glad that it wasn't just the sulfur cube because it's such a late game feature for people to enjoy and they probably don't really know how to make machines out of it or any sort of game, but it's fun to smack around. But at least they also added the geysers. They're so cool. And this was so easy to set up. This was so easy to set up. All I did, y'all, is go down a little bit, put some lava, put a potent sulfur on top, and then water, and boom, I have this geyser that resembles flowing water. Like here, let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. Like it's perfect. Look how cute. Ooh, look how cute this is. And all I had to do was put this little glass block on top. You don't even notice it unless I point it out. And it stops it from flowing super high. Gosh. But it works perfectly. Like, oh, I'm so happy with it. This was my plan for so long. Don't look to the right. That's a secret. Let me run to bed real fast. In all honesty, I totally forgot to record any of the shoreline terraforming with like that stone area. I totally forgot to film any of that. And then I also built the tree, the entire humongous tree, and didn't record a single bit. But I'm gonna show you and I'm gonna explain everything that I did. So I think that'll make up for it. I did think of a way to do time lapses soon, so I will get that going. I will get that going. We're at the shoreline, and as you can see, there's a lot going on. As you can see, there's like glass on the water. Why is there glass on the water? Why is there glass on the water? That's probably what you're all thinking. And the reason that there's glass on the water is because there's water splashing up against the shoreline. And I did a lot of texturing that looks really good from far away, especially like just a slight distance and also up close, to be honest. Like I feel like I'm on some rocks. I feel like I'm on some shoreline rocks. Essentially all I did along the shoreline is carved it so that it's more round instead of square, because if you recall, the shoreline was very like the rocks over here were very Minecrafty square, not textured, nothing. So I rounded it, and then in those areas that are like the deepest, in those areas that are more in crevices, I darkened it and did a slight gradient out from those just to show weathering, water erosion and stuff. Anyway, so let me explain that for you. Over here is a good example. I just did mud and then tuff and then whatever stone options I had. Ideally cracked stone because it's a slightly darker shade. But yeah, it's pretty simple. I did happen to have some of these, and this like terracotta, and this looks really good as just, you know, a different colored rock because rocks aren't all gray. Most rocks are not gray. This adds a lot of pop to it that I really enjoy. And then I also did these little custom archways. If you remember, this water path was already here. I just made sure that it remained a feature because, as I said, sometimes Minecraft terrain generation is like really freaking cool. And I did one over here as well. Ignore the tree. And then it also merges over here into the swamp. But let me go ahead and show the tree and explain it a little bit. Alright, so we're at the tree. And as you can see, it's a really dark tree. It's very much contrasting with everything. Everything over there. It's so dark. And I just use Blackstone. I use a little bit of Cobble Deep Slate just for a slight highlight, but it's mostly Blackstone. And then for the fences, and as y'all saw the trap doors, it's dark oak. And it turned out really well. And I don't know, I just chose a random 2-leaf option and went with it. And I think it turned out well. And then I just have stained glass just hanging from it. I thought it might add some flair to it. but all around it looks great. And the shadow, I guess, kind of makes sense. The shadow on the witch hut. Either way, it looks really good. Either way, it looks fantastic. Let's look at it from different angles and see what we notice. Now that we are at a different location, it kind of changes your whole perspective of the tree. Maybe not drastically, but it will when we move to different sides of the tree. But over here, even the witch's hut is blocked off, and it changes your entire perspective of it. And the sight line is just completely altered. See, now, since I'm looking at it from over here, I get a little bit of a look at more of the branches within the tree, and it starts to trick my mind into thinking it's a real tree and the anatomy of a real tree. I'm on a different side now, and once again, the entire shape of the tree has changed. And the witch's hut has sort of blurred into the background, making this tree the main feature in front of us. It also becomes more interesting because you can see that water that has eroded the rocks is sort of coming from over there, which would make sense because the roots spread, erosion, water buildup. Totally different perspective. Over here we get a totally different look as well, because on this side not only do we see different branches we hadn't seen before and a different look at the witch's hut, but the swamp is practically non-existent from this angle. It kind of just looks like a little bit of foliage on a hill, and the tree remains the feature in this sight line because in contrast to the background, it stands out the most. And the witch's hut kind of just acts as like a border to our picture here. Obviously, there's more I can do over here. These are just not as detailed, this rock area, because it's not really my concern yet. We haven't expanded out here like I plan to yet, but eventually there will be even more spots over here to get good looks at everything. Over here, the witch's hut is probably the main focus because not only is it centered on the path, it's got a more interesting shape and it appears to be taller than the tree. And it kind of lures you in with that strange spiral. It begs a question of what the hell is going on over here. Generally, my hope is that when I pass on this world to my kid or when I have someone on to play with me, that when they are exploring the extent of my base, they are given options to choose what area makes them feel the most safe, the most comfortable, what sparks a nostalgic thought. I just hope that when someone explores my base, they are allured by something that stands out to them personally, and I want to just create those spots, create those opportunities to feel immersed in the world. It's always fun getting up close and personal to my trees and just hanging out under them because I can look up and it kind of feels like I'm actually looking up into a real tree. I think that feeling is important to simulate in Minecraft when you are building trees. Just not necessarily building for one angle, which, sometimes perspective building is important. But I also think it's pretty fun to allow someone to experience it, I guess, to its full scope. And I feel like making sure the anatomy of a tree is slightly accurate, or just allowing these different angles to feel totally different. Anyway, I'm getting convoluted and jumbled up in my words, but you get the vibe. Not too long ago, I saw a video that essentially said that building in Minecraft sometimes feels like you're just building a really, really good, how do I say, puffing SMOKE spot, or just SMOKE spot. Like, um, and I like to think of it that way as well. I think that that's a really good, I guess, way of putting it. Cause why wouldn't you want to build your fantasy puff spot, right? Why wouldn't you want to do like do you see that right there? There's on that tree over there in the background. There's a little scaffolding. I need to go get that. So I'm gonna go find what my favorite puff spots are. It's probably gonna be top 2, and I'll show y'all. Okay, we've arrived at puff spot number 1. It's right under the porch, and also under the crystal purple, I don't know, bonsai. I mean, nobody knows it's here. Imagine you're just sitting here on the staircase. It's perfect. The sparkles and sounds of the magic tree just sitting here. Like I'm about to fall asleep right now. Okay, this is totally number 2. This is just the lab, and it's really loud in here, but this is low key my number 2 puff spot. Um, I can't decide if the first one I showed you is number 1 or number 3. So I'm gonna go to the third option and maybe decide from there. But this is totally number 2. I love the sound of free resources. That really calms me down, gets me in the flow state. So this is totally puff spot number 2. I love, 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 love free stuff. Okay, this might have to take it for number 1. I do need to clean up the area right above me, like right over there, because of that weird chunk that's missing, but this is totally number 1. In fact, I'm probably gonna decorate this roof for such occasions. I'm probably gonna make it, nice to sit at. I think I have to do that. Because how can this not be number 1? I get a view of everything. Hey, would you look at that? Now this is more like it. This is more of a spot. Yup. We got this. Oh, we got this fine couch here with who fucking knows what's a good couch texture, whatever you want it to be, right? And then all of these plants. Who doesn't want plants when they're puffing, right? Perfect. It's perfect, guys. At the moment, I'm kind of just trying to make sure that this hill blends in with the swamp nicely. I've made these streams of growth where the crevices are because that's where the water would accumulate. And I think they look pretty good. They probably look better from afar, but even when you're in it, it still feels natural. Like these, yeah. And then I also went around and just put little patches of moss just because I thought it would make the grass look more realistic, kind of blend everything together nicely. And I'm going to go through and add trees kind of like these. I decided I don't like the birch trunk. I'm just going to keep these here because it doesn't really matter. It's all going to kind of fill up the space whenever I make the other ones. But the rest of them I'll just use the diorite walls as trunks and the pale oak fencing and gates as thinner branches as we go up, which is kind of how I built all my trees. Believe it or not, I don't use a schematic, like at all. I've never used a schematic. It's probably easy to believe, actually, looking at it. It's probably really easy to believe. Um, but I'm just not that advanced, and most people are not that advanced. So, oh my god. So I feel like it's more relatable to not use schematics in builds because most people kind of just YOLO it, to be honest. But let me go ahead and just give y'all a little example of me building a tree here. So I'm only going to be using birch leaves. I don't really care about adding too much dimension into the into the leaf design, like the bushiness of the tree. So this, in my opinion, just looks the best. There's not really a reason for that much noise on small trees like this. But I'm just gonna go up. Maybe I'll go up. This works for me. And then I'm just gonna add a big like poof of birch leaves, and I'm gonna do it more of like, I don't know, a spherical shape and something that looks Minecrafty. Like if you imagine how they do the trees for Minecraft trees, it's kind of just like big blobs. But I'm gonna do that for this birch here. Let me. Okay, let's see that. I'm okay with that. Then I just go up like this with my little scaffolding and choose a spot, and then I kind of just go up a little bit more and place a little bit, and then another big bush. Ooh, ooh, big bush. And do something like this. A little branch. Do some more bush. And then maybe a branch here a little bit. And then just do some more. And then it looks like, oh, this thing isn't balanced at all. So I'm gonna probably go down here and do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. There, just like that. And then actually, to make it, just top it off, I'm gonna go up a little bit and then do another poof. Oh my god, there's like a horde. But then boom, like get a load of this. Get a load of this. Look how cool that looks. Oh, I didn't know there was a random leaf there. Let me get that. And if we take a step back, it blends right in. It looks so cool. Shit! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
What happened?
Well, look at this. Look how humongous this is. I really just give myself these tiny projects and make sure that they don't stay tiny projects. I make them into big projects. But this turned out so well. Let me get a look at it. Look. Look. Oh, oh wait. Like, oh my goodness, it looks so good, y'all. It looks so good. And it helps blend out the swamp so well. Instead of just like flat land, there's actually shit over there. It looks so incredible. I'm so proud of it. And I also diffused the forest, meaning it's thicker and more full over here in this area, and it slowly becomes less trees as we go outward, so that it blends in with the environment. It's not just like a harsh contrast between forest and not forest. It just kind of slowly blends out this way. And it's so immersive. Like walking through it, it feels so nice. Just, oh my god. Like, isn't that just wonderful? And I have these little flowers and these blue flowers just to add more color and magic while you're walking through this area. Oh, I'm in love with it. I'm so in love with it. And the trees, they're funky, but they work. Like, they just look so, I don't know, otherworldly, but also based in reality. They're just birch trees. They're funky little birch trees. And the view from pretty much anywhere is good too. Like, let's fly up somewhere. Let's go right here. Like, it looks good from far. It looks good from over here. Oh, it looks real good from over here. Looks good under the dark tree. Like, I feel so immersed in this forest. This might be my favorite tree type to do. This might be my favorite tree that I've done. Because with others, it genuinely feels like you're walking through a easy to navigate, open, magical forest. Now that I do have this area done, and that I conquered my mini project that I accidentally gave myself, I do really need to not only decorate the interior of the witch hut, because I have been avoiding that and I don't know why. It's pretty empty, but it could look really, 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 really cool. And I also need to get rid of that stupid, ugly tower thingy over there because it ruins everything. So I'm gonna go deal with the tower real quick. For the longest time, the stupid tower was over there and it was ruining the entire sightline. And now it is gone, and the castle is the only skyline. And the castle is the skyline that we see. And it does look so much better. I think I already talked about it. I know. But I'm just so happy with it. And because there's something wrong with me. Because there is something wrong with me, I couldn't help but give myself a huge project in addition to getting rid of that stupid tower in the background. So I did entirely change and terraform the area over there so that I can build more shit over there. Because I'm stupid! Hey, stupid what? Hey! Stupid what? Hey! And so now I'm gonna show y'all that it's like I realized halfway through beginning a new like project over there. I was like, oh my god, what have I done? My whole plan was just to get rid of that stupid tower, and now I'm just embarking on this new journey, and but I pushed through and I kept doing it. And the pearl clutch. Maybe this will make it? No, that's going to the fucking ocean. That's going to the ocean, isn't it? Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. But if we run over here, I changed some of this foliage too, and it already looks so much better. Like, it looks so much better than it did before. And now you can walk over here. Ooh. Oh. Oh yes. And I added these little light posts. They're like little magical little lights, and I think they look good. Just like don't look at them too close. And I added this big bush over here. Ooh. Who's talking about a big bush? Who's talking about? And over here is gonna be a carrot farm, so that we can have carrots to trade with the villagers to get emeralds, of course. And I haven't done that. I will do that. And then the path kind of just directs you over here. And then we're back over here at first episode. And over here, I want to build a cool structure like a house because I'm so freaking tired of building trees, guys. I'm so tired. Like I'm shedding a tear at this very moment because I'm so over building so many trees. So over here, I'm going to build a building. Who knows what it will be? Maybe it'll host someone who might want to play on the world. If anyone is ever daring enough to. I've been trying to get my coworkers to. Who even knows? But I do want to build a structure here, and I want it to look really, really, really cool. But first things first, let me build this little carrot farm. I'm so happy with how this area turned out, though. I'm be totally honest. Like I'm so happy with it. Oh, and another thing. So the tower, I don't know if I ever actually explained the tower. It was coming out of right here all the way up, right? And what it was part of the zombie spawner, and it flowed the zombies up high enough to where when they came back down, they would be one hit, so that we wouldn't have to use durability on our swords. And so it would go up, and there was this little thing, and then it would drop into this little chute here, and then it would collect right here. I haven't dealt with this. I don't really care to. It's kind of just like, I mean, it was there. It's historical, right? But now I just have one of the geyser things in there because I think it looks really cool. Like I think it goes really well with the shoot. Like let's just wait a second. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh, okay, and right on cue. Something. Oh, yes. But yeah, I'm gonna do the carrot thing real quick. I'm over here at the carrot farm filling it in now, and I'm like, what should I cover these water holes with? Because, the easiest route would be to just put like a spruce trapdoor. It will be waterlogged, and so it won't affect the growth. But part of me wants to make it look cuter than that. And I like genuinely can't, I cannot think of what to put here in these little holes. Should I make like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I might just have to go look in my blocks chest and see if I can think. Oh, I got some inspiration. I also got, I think I have to poop. I think I have to poop, and I think spark some creativity in me. So I think I'm gonna go take a poop and think on it and come back, and I think I'll have an answer. So I ended up just getting distracted, and I totally redid the entirety of the tree station and organized everything, um, so that it's easier for me to find the materials to build trees. And I totally forgot to even try and get something to put in the waterlog stuff in the carrot farm. So, let me do that. Yeah, so for some fucking reason, my audio didn't record, so here I am. I just want to explain to y'all. So, I just went with something random. It's, copper bulbs and a little bit of chains up there. Don't look at the chains too close because they're not actually connected to much. But I mean, it works as an illusion. You walk into it, and you're like, "Oh, this makes sense, right?" Because who knows? Maybe it's watering things. I don't know. I don't know. Now that I have the witch's hut, uh, you know, wrapped up, I really want to get more villager blocks. I want to be able to trade with villagers from even more blocks because now we got the green terracotta, we got the glazed terracotta guy. I want more blocks. I want all the blocks. And most importantly, I've managed to get so unfortunate and not have any glass trades from the freaking librarians. I thought it was a higher chance. I really thought there was a higher chance of me getting those. So that's gonna be my goal right now is to get more just get glass. I really want glass. Why did they go to bed? Oh, it's like slightly becoming nighttime. It looks like day. Oh my God, today at work, I was literally called the F slur by a guest right after I served them too. It was so like out of nowhere. Like everything went fine, like it was so fine, and then they just called me the F slur, and then it became a bigger deal than I thought it would. Isn't that crazy? Like at my place of work, at my gay little place of work, I got called a F slur. Not that it's the first time, but usually the other times are triggered by something. I don't even know. But right now I'm just gonna focus on getting in some more zombie villagers and then getting glass. So tedious. Okay, so guess what? I tried and succeeded. The first try was freaking glass. You know what? Let me just go ahead and say it. Fucking. I'm trying to get bricks. Oh, who trying to get bricked up? Me? Let me show y'all something that I'm working on because I want to build a building. Yup. Who would have thought? First time in ages building a fucking building. I'm gonna build it over here, and I already got a little gradient worked out. Okay, let me just get to it and then explain. So this is the gradient. This gradient here is the core building gradient. So it's gonna go, darkest, lightest, highlights, etc. This gradient is springing off from the block that's probably going to be used the most. So I have a gradient springing off from here. I'm probably going to have gradients springing off from these as well. Not the highlights though. It makes it to where I can add more flavor and colors to the build that'll feel more attractive And I have all of these shulker boxes prepped. There's gonna be so many different grays, greens, shit like that. I don't really have a clear inspo. I'm kind of just gonna go for it, right? I'm just gonna go for it, and we'll see what happens. And I'm probably not gonna go for it for very long because I'm really tired. I'm really tired after work. And this might be something that I build in pieces. I don't really know if I'll build it in one go because I feel like it's gonna be bigger than I imagined. Because they always are. Ooh. They always are. Ooh. So I guess we'll see. Tyler's been working on something, everyone. He's gonna build a big thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Right. Here,
Yeah.
I'm going to your scaffolding tower
Oh, okay.
on the butt side of the mountain that we can't see, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, over here on the butt side, he's building like a castle. So right now he's digging shit out. I really like this side actually. I feel like I never come over here because it's the butt.
Yeah. The butt.
Dang, a lot of
But don't
wood
make
that
it
I might have
bad.
to, a lot of forest that I might have to destroy. Hmm.
The inspiration does come
Oh, I'm not
from
picking up. Oh, there's junk literally everywhere on the ground. So continue, sorry.
the inspiration, or at least my inspiration for what I'm gonna put here. The other one was inspired by like Lord of the Rings, obviously, but the inspiration for this one is the Electric Wizard album Dope Throne.
This is the
That's
first
the
time I'm
album
hearing
this is
about this.
It's a doom band, but
I'm looking it up right now. Continue. Dope
the
Throne?
Dope Throne by Electric Wizard. The biggest song is Funeralopolis. Funeralopolis, about how the Earth is a tomb and how all the people are just zombies.
Wait,
But
Electrolophagus?
it Funeralopolis is
Oh,
the song, the best
wait,
song on
but
the
Dope
album.
Throne Electric Wizard?
Yes.
Wait, where's the castle?
There's no castle.
Oh,
I'm just inspired by the song Funeralopolis to make like a funeral castle or like something really dark and grim.
huh. That's cool. I'll have to listen to it and see how scared I get.
See how scared. So scared.
Cool. Well, I basically just flew over from telling everyone that my build is inspired by nothing and I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. So,
You have no inspiration?
no, I'm
You
just
should
like
you should find albums to do inspiration. Like
albums.
remember I used to build off of like Mastodon albums.
I do remember that.
Yeah, albums are really good. Like I listen to the album the whole time I'm building it.
Shit, wait, I gotta try that. Holy
That's what I
hell.
did. That's
That's
what
a
I
good
did with the
idea.
Mastodon build
Oh my
when I
god.
built the Mastodon
Wait,
stuff.
I'm getting flashbacks. Vroom, 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 vroom. I'm getting flashbacks. I've definitely seen this moment before. I think we've definitely had this conversation.
Maybe so. Maybe when I was doing those old builds. Okay, in an old world we had, um, it was probably our very, very best world. R.I.P. The
Hell
Minecraft
no.
gods
This
took
is
it
the
from
very
us.
best world. This is the very best
Okay,
world.
well that one was the most developed we had ever gotten a world.
This is the most developed now.
Really? I guess so.
Yes,
But that
1000%.
one had really cool builds. But
This one has
I
cooler
did
builds.
builds.
I've built more in this.
That's true. I think I just built more things I was
I
proud
think you
of,
have
but we haven't
nostalgia
done that
because
yet.
that's what we were playing when we were first
Yeah, that's
falling in
true.
love.
Yeah, that's true. But I would listen to Mastodon's Leviathan album, and I built a giant Moby Dick, and I also for Crack the Sky I built a big like woolly mammoth skeleton. It was
It was
awesome.
pretty cool. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go fucking listen to, I don't know, fucking Brat, like Charlie XCX or something.
I built the apple straight to
Oh,
the core.
oh.
It was rotten, so I
I
spit
mine
it
the
out
diamonds
right
there
on the
right at the
floor.
freaking. I mine the diamonds deep at my center core. I've got through bedrock and through netherite. No coal and iron anymore.
Wait,
That was good. That was
wait.
good.
A
Gonna get
golden
monster spawn
apple.
over here now, though.
A golden apple eat you right to the core. I'll cure the villagers and zombies. Make them emeralds pop more. Hey! Wait!
Hey!
Wait, because that was actually really epic.
Good.
Holy cow, I have been busy. Um, you see that right back there? You see that big thing? Oh my gosh. Look at that. Like, you can't tell me that's not an immaculate angle. People say that about me. People say that about me all the time, that I have immaculate angles. But let me get a closer look for you. I'm not done with the full, I guess,
Vibe.
because I do want to build like more of like a frame on the main path that I'm hoping people will take to see it. Because this looks fine. I don't really feel like I need to add anything to this viewpoint, this walkway, and its view of it. So I'm gonna go over to the main area real quick. Okay, I'm at the main little walkway. This was the plot of land that had nothing, and now it has something. And okay, like I'm really proud of this shit. I mean, just look at it. Look at it. There's so much I can explain that I probably will explain right now, actually. So it goes from red to gray to white, pretty much. And I made sure that your left side is where the light will be coming from. So as we get closer to the right side, it gets darker, pretty much. And the highlights kind of reflect that. I mean, the light is shining up there, so there's, lighter blocks. And I don't want to overdo it with highlights. You never want to overdo it with highlights ever, ever, because that's where the eye is drawn to. I use glass to help sort of merge different colors between the gray and the yellow. I just use gray glass panes, and then up over there at the that little point up there, I use like dark gray glass into gray glass down, just because it wasn't like a smooth transition. I wanted to make it a smooth transition. From a building perspective, sometimes people call this block vomit. From an artistic perspective, when you're passing by, everything really makes sense. When you're not sitting here as we are right now and picking out every single block and saying, "Oh, I see what block that is. Oh, okay, I see that that's glass right there. There's glass where glass normally wouldn't be." When you don't do that, your mind processes it as though it makes sense. Your mind processes it as just colors and kind of decides what it's looking at. So all of the shadows, all of the different colors really blur together. If you have the skill of blurring your eyes, let's do it together, you see that there's not really harsh transitions between blocks unless they're supposed to be. The roof is a different color than the walls, obviously. The bricks are a different color than the gray. But when you're blurring your eyes and looking at it, it looks like a natural structure. Like, not a natural structure, but everything blends naturally. They're shadows and they're highlights, and that's all they are, really. And you can make out a building, and the shape makes sense. So that's what I kind of build to do, or at least I did for this one. It's a passerby building, and when you get inside, that's kind of the main point of paying attention to details. The details are amplified inside. I haven't done the interior. I haven't gotten to that, but yeah. Let me just get a closer look for y'all as well, and maybe explain things. So as I'm over here and we're closer to it, you'll see that I used signs to kind of merge these colors, because the bone block is such a, like, it's kind of an off-white, while the diorite has white and gray. So I'm kind of trying to merge that warm color to the cool colors. So I put some signs to sort of just like, I don't know, dilute the harsh contrast between those two. And same thing with the gray. The gray is like obviously a shadow. Like, that's how our mind is going to process it. But while we're up here analyzing it, we're seeing it as it is, which is just these different dark colored blocks. And I also did the same thing with the buttons over here, the jungle buttons and signs, is just to merge it into the gray. And I think it worked really well, because now we're not looking at it. Let's go over here, maybe do a couple spins. and then we'll look back, boom. Oh, it's in the side view. Oh, you can't pay attention. Oh, we were passing by. You're playing like a Minecraft player and not really paying attention, but it looks good still, right? Like, and then if we also get over here, let me grab some scaffolding. You couldn't even, I didn't even tell you all about this. I use a whole bunch of glass, green glass over here, and it makes this area of foliage look so smooth. Like it blends it in so well, and it's not like look like it looks so good anyway. But that's what I've worked on so far. I'm gonna build a tree or two to sort of frame this area so that you're kind of forced to look at it right here. Maybe one right there. Maybe something back there. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Mainly I want to make sure it's getting framed here. Yeah. Maybe I'll put it closer to like right. I don't know. We'll see. I gotta go to bed. I did the foliage. Look at these trees, y'all. Like, okay, let me just say. I get better at trees every time I build a tree. Even though I am so fed up with building trees. But they look good. And also the grass looks so good, so yummy. And I built all this over here as well. I built all of this like side of the land because it was just like a flat little flat little fart thing going on. And now we have all these bushes, then we have all this grass and all this over here. And flowers. Guys, there are flowers. And there's flowers inside the bushes. Like, let me just take a little walk. And I did a little bit back here too. Just because, you know, someone's probably going to end up walking back here even though there's not really a path. So someone's probably going to end up back here. Such as me just now. And now I think we're ready to do the interior. Oh! Just look at how good that looks. Ah, and the trees, bruh. And the trees. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so yummy. So delicious. So oh, so good. I have done it. So it's like gonna be really overwhelming and probably a lot overstimulating, but that's pretty much the point. And it's a little random, but what interior isn't a little random sometimes? So let's go look. Alright, so here's the interior. It's a lot going on because it's like a factory, right? And I got some of the trims and stuff. Oh, it's gonna be the armor trim area where we put trims on our armor and upgrade it as well. So this is all we have of trims. We need to go trim gathering. Yeah, it's a factory that doubles as our trim. Like the aesthetic is factory. The function is trim location, right? Anyway, and so we got all of this area. We got some diamonds in here and stuff to multiply the trims. And like this is the area down here. And I just have a whole bunch of random armor guys everywhere because like, you know, it's on theme. And then we can go down here and there's some more. And then, so I might need to fix that. I might need to figure out a new solution here. Anyway. And then we can go upstairs and there's just like more space, more storage and stuff. And then like upstairs again and there's just this other area or whatever. Yeah, I think it's really cute. I mean, oh my god, it's so cute. And I have all of these like fireplaces down here so that every once in a while it like poofs through the little cracks. And then I have a geyser in here just constantly making steam. And then I have another fireplace back there and another fireplace right here. See? Anyway, just to like show, ooh, there's shit moving, there's steam going, the power's on, like things are working. And okay, I gotta go figure out something for that. Y'all, there's gotta be like an easier way for this. Why are you acting this way? How is this even possible? Do I really have to like move? Grab a hopper. See if I can fix it that way. Jeez.
Jeez. Driving me crazy.
Yeah, and they bring it over. And they get into work. They bring the gold over. Look, they're bringing the gold. Thank you, guys. Just forever going back and forth bringing the gold. Y'all aren't very bright, are you? Good job. Good job, guys. Okay, let's see if you're gonna get stuck on each other again. I think you will. We'll see. Wait, did they both bring it over here? Shit. Dang it. Okay, I might have to make a wall right here. Y'all are not supposed to be some. Oh my god, they're connected to the same thing. They're connected to the same chest. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Here's my solution. I'm gonna try and make a wall out of leaves. Obviously, like decorate. You crazy person. I'm not having this. Don't even think about it. No, 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 other way, other way. How on earth? Okay, okay, someone thought about it. Y'all thought, who thought, you thought about it? I saw that. I saw that. Did y'all walk over to where are you going? Okay, I'm just gonna put shit in here. Okay, one of y'all better take that over to that chest. I'm telling you, like, you're on thin ice right here, bro. Yes! Yes! Oh. So both of the pumps are spitting gold into the chest. And they're both like, wait, let's put the gold in the same chest. Because they're trying to organize. So I need to pump a different thing into here. I get it now. I get it now.
Oh no, there's iron in there. What are you gonna do?
Put it in the correct chest, right? Yeah, that's exactly right. That is exactly right. I think this pretty much wraps up the video. So thanks for watching. I hope it was entertaining. And please subscribe and like. Please subscribe, like, and share if you want to. If you can. Thank you. I'll get to working on another thing soon. Bye.